In the dim light of a forgotten cabin nestled deep within the woods, Sarah leaned in closer to her friend, Emily, whispering urgently, "Did you hear that?" The old floorboards creaked ominously beneath them, sending shivers down their spines as a chilling wind swept through the cracked windows, carrying the scent of damp earth and decay. Emily rolled her eyes, trying to shake off the mounting tension. "It's just the wind, Sarah. You're imagining things." But even as she said it, she felt an unsettling prickling at the back of her neck, as if unseen eyes were watching them from the shadowy corners of the room. "Remember the stories about this place?" Sarah pressed, her voice trembling. "They say a vengeful spirit haunts these woods, luring campers to their doom." Emily shrugged it off, though the flickering candlelight seemed to deepen the shadows around them. Just then, a low growl reverberated from the darkness beyond the cabin walls, and they exchanged a terrified glance. "That wasn't the wind," Sarah said, her voice barely above a whisper. "We need to leave." But as they turned to the door, it slammed shut with a deafening bang, the sound echoing through the cabin like a warning. Panic surged in Emily's chest. "What was that?" she gasped, her eyes wide with fear. The growl intensified, morphing into a chilling laugh that seemed to seep from the very walls. It filled the air with a sense of impending doom, a sound that rattled their nerves and sent them scrambling for an explanation. Sarah recalled the chilling tales from the locals, how campers had vanished without a trace, their screams swallowed by the forest. "What if it's true? What if we're not alone?" she breathed, her heart pounding in her ears. Emily's bravado faltered, and she clutched Sarah's arm, their fear palpable as the temperature in the cabin dropped. Suddenly, the candle flickered violently, casting eerie shadows that twisted and writhed like tormented souls. The laughter grew louder, echoing their worst fears, and they could almost feel the malevolent presence closing in around them. "We have to find a way out," Emily shouted, her voice filled with desperation. They rushed to the windows, but each pane was sealed tight, as if the very cabin had conspired to trap them. Just then, a figure emerged from the shadows, a tall, gaunt silhouette with hollow eyes that gleamed with a predatory hunger. Sarah's breath caught in her throat. "Who are you?" she stammered, her mind racing with terror. The figure stepped closer, and a voice as cold as ice slithered through the air. "I am the guardian of these woods, and you have trespassed on sacred ground." In that moment, the weight of their actions crashed down upon them. They had ignored the warnings, the signs etched in the trees, and now they faced the wrath of a spirit that demanded retribution. "Please, we didn't mean to intrude," Emily cried, her voice trembling. But the spirit merely laughed, a sound that echoed with centuries of sorrow and anger. "Your fate is sealed," it intoned, as shadows enveloped the cabin, pulling the girls into a darkness from which there was no escape. The last thing they heard was the spirit's chilling laughter, resonating through the woods, a haunting reminder of those who had come before and never returned. And as the forest reclaimed its silence, the cabin stood as a grim sentinel, guarding the secrets of the lost souls within.